Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Forex Income System Daily Market Update. Okay, this morning we had a situation where the euro came in with some strength off of yesterday. Remember, we had closed out a trade a few days ago in with the 4 hour trade. Sorry, with the 50-minute trade. We're still in the 4 hour trade, the time frame for the 4 hour trade, and we also initiated a new trade today. So we'll look at that situation. The euro is still in a consolidation pattern where we have this triangular consolidation coming down. We spoke about this in the weekly update. Triangular consolidation, and the market is still in a downward path. This is because the US dollar index, if we take a look at the US dollar index is still in consolidation and is looking to break to the upside. As I said before, naturally this can break to the downside because nothing is set in stone. So we could see a move to the downside here with the US dollar index. So that's something we're keeping in mind. But the bias right now is dollar positive. Now we're having a situation in the markets where we're seeing a lot of divergent action in the different currency pairs. For example, the US dollar index is the bias is to the upside, while if you take a look at the Australian dollar, the bias is to the upside also. Notice this is a very strong day for the Australian dollar, while the US dollar is also up. So that is we are seeing some divergent price action there. If you take a look at the New Zealand dollar, same situation. Market is up, while the US dollar index is also up. Taking a look at the British pound is up while the US dollar index is up. So we are the currencies are not totally in line with each other. And the final currency, the Canadian dollar, which we have taken a small trade in today, is down, meaning the Canadian dollar is strengthening while the US dollar is moving to the upside. So we are seeing this divergent price action, and when you have divergent price action, you have to be aware and be meek with the markets, because we want them to come into tandem with each other. When everybody is singing from the same hymn sheet, then we have better setups. So the other market that is following is the yen. The yen has lost ground today, in line with what the US dollar is doing. So for our 4 hour trade, I believe there was an error on the trade sheet over the weekend. We're still in the 4 hour swing trade. This is the swing trade, a medium term swing trade. So keep on holding that trade where we entered that from 114. We had a 15-minute trade at 114. I believe the price was 114.20, and a 4 hour trade at 114. We are still holding on to the 4 hour trade. We should be up. Okay, the market is currently at 112.76, so we should be up a couple of pips with that 4 hour trade. So just keep on holding that onto that one for now. I'm looking for that trade, the market to test 112.20 or even 111.80. We could test in this region. So hopefully the market continues its downward momentum to give us some expanded profits on that 4 hour trade. Okay, the other trade that we entered this morning is the Canadian dollar. We entered at roughly 113.91 or no, 130.92. It's currently the market. Sorry, 133.91. The market is currently at 133.83. So we're going to continue to watch this. What I'm expecting is that the strength in the US dollar or in the Canadian dollar will diminish, and the Canadian dollar will get back in sync with what the US dollar index is doing. Hopefully that is the case, and this trade will give us also a nice momentum to the upside. We're seeing the 5-minute pattern. The market is currently at 133.84, 133.85. It's trying to get. We had some support levels around this 133.80-90 region, and the market is trying to find support at that point. If this moves against us, again, just manage your risks. Yeah, as I always say in trading is about ensuring your winners are bigger than your losses. Just manage your risk properly, because that's why I try to get at our have members come across to them, is that think of trading as a business. If you own a fast food restaurant, you have to buy inventory. You have to buy. You have to pay your employees. You have to buy supplies for the fast food restaurant. It's not just all profits. There will be expenses. Now, if your sales are $10,000 for the month, and your expenses are $5,000 for the month, yes, you have things that you have to pay out. By the end of the month, you should earn some money from the business, and that is what trading is all about. There are some folks who will take one trade or two trade, and they throw their hands up in the air and say, "I can't bother with this," and throw in the towel. The reason for that is they may risk too much on a particular trade, which you mustn't do. And for new members who came in, please go through the money management guide. If you have not gotten it, send an email into our support and we'll get it out to you. We sent about 2 emails with the risk management guide and the risk management video. It is extremely important that you go through those modules. There's a written guide and there's also a video. Go through that module and get it. Because essentially I've designed this membership to be one of the easiest way to make money in the markets. All you have to do is follow the trades, follow the risk management guide, and that's about it. And there's no hope. The trades won't always run away from you. For example, I sent out this trade, I believe, about 10 o'clock this morning, and it's still roughly where we started. So it's not all the time the market will run away from us, and there's time to get in that particular trade. Elsewhere, looking at an alternate market that I know a lot of people have interest, and this is the gold market. And just to take a look at what gold is doing, we're in a massive consolidation pattern with gold, and I believe there will be opportunities in the gold market. This is a weekly chart of gold. Look on this huge consolidation pattern. What we could see is a breakout of this pattern. Whether it breaks to the downside or it breaks to the upside, I believe that will allow some significant profits for those of you who are able to trade gold. So that's something to look out for. So essentially, that is what we're seeing today in the markets. If you have any questions, please send an email to us with any concerns you may have. We will have a live trading session where you can answer questions on Thursday. I'm just going to verify the time. We're looking at about Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. That's the time we're tentatively looking at. It will be live and it would also be recorded. So that is the news so far. So I hope you are in this trade. I know the ones you folks who are in this Euro trade are feeling good about yourself, because the market is continuing to move down and continuing to add to your bottom line. The Canadian dollar is not doing anything as yet, but hopefully we will see the market move to the upside. Okay, thank you very much for listening, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.